Good day. Hope you all are doing well. It's Tracy Brown here, your somatic nutrition coach and intuitive eating and body image expert. And we are here today on a Friday. So happy Friday. Hope you all are doing well. And we have a reader question that I want to go over. But first, just because it's this time of year and just because there's so much garbage going on in diet culture about the new, latest, greatest thing to get your best body for your best year ever, same old stuff, yada yada, is that I think sometimes because it feels so terrible that we often, when we're in the midst of like either we're annoyed by it or we feel bad about it or feel like we're missing out about it, that we're not part of it. I want you to think about this, is if you really think about the messaging of diet culture, what do you see? You'll see a person with a certain kind of size body. And you'll see a person use XYZ plan, program, whatever, food restriction, exercise, blah, to get a certain other type of body. And so right there is like this really icky, at worst or at best, like really bypassing kind of way to work on any concerns a person might have about their physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health. But but of course, I'm kind of going at the worst here. Is that the worst? It's pretty evil and inhumane, and they know good and well that that's going to deteriorate, one, people's relationships with one another, and two, their health and health on so many levels. But they just don't care. So I want you to think about, and a lot of you who are watching this, I'm preaching to your choir, but this is something when you're out and about in the world to notice that a lot of people don't see that yet. And instead of feeling like, oh, so-and-so's doing whatever, or maybe I should be doing that, being, body inclusive or positive or however you subscribe to the process, is that's for everybody else but not for me. But if I had a smaller body, then I could feel more relief too. Know that like that's part of the programming too. Is it like it's supposed to be okay for you to be okay everybody else's bodies, but we want to have this superiority. So it's just really important to see like that's the ick, that's the messaging. So they really just don't care. Even if they do talk about this is for your health, it's not really about your health, because we know from all the last 10, 15, 20 years now of research that shows like intuitive eating is a way, and a do no harm kind of way of working towards actual fairly holistic health, that you don't have to play those games. You don't have to play those games that hurt yourself and that hurt others by just subscribing to it. So really important that you see through the game. And that's what this video is about, just a quick little reminder of that. So I hope that helps you just as a Friday, go into the weekend reminder of what you're seeing out there is a pretty sick way of getting people to bypass their real issues, as well as play this game of people actually making each other inadvertently feel bad about themselves and each other. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So if you feel like that message alone is worth like sharing this video with friends that you think would benefit from it, please do that, because I think it's really important to see like, when you say that one body type needs to be changed to a better version, what you're pretty much saying is that if you have this body, that we don't think you're good enough. And that's essentially what you're saying to yourself and your friends. And therefore, how it would be really, really hard to separate. Like when you say your body's not good enough, you're kind of saying they aren't good enough. And we don't want to do that to people we care about. So, or even people we don't. Like you wouldn't wish disordered eating and chronic dieting on your worst enemy. So, we want to have that same level of compassion for ourselves. All right, so moving on to the next topic is that this has been in the hopper for a while, and I just want to talk about meal timing preference. And I had a person ask me about snacks, and clearly this is from her younger days of like snacks are bad, snacks make you gain weight, or certainly don't help you lose weight. And right off the bat, I just want to say that's like, it doesn't matter. It's like we are going to have in our energy intake to be fully nutrient deplete. Just these multi-day rolling averages of getting our calorie needs met to prevent mental, physical, and emotional side effects, you know. And it doesn't matter whether you eat 2 really ginormous meals a day. I mean, that might impact your, I mean, it matters in terms of like how you physically feel and emotionally feel doing that, meaning does it give you good energy and focus? Is your digestion fine doing it that way? Or if you're a person who's a 3 meal and 3 snack kind of day kind of person, that's not that important. It's more about what fits your life, what helps you feel nourished, what helps you feel satisfied, what helps you get, you know, later on in the process, you know, maybe the possibility of a bigger variety of foods to get in. What's, you know, as long as you're getting nourished, as long as you're not feeling like deprived and that you're missing something, then in terms of getting your food needs met, it doesn't matter. There's no magical weight gain or weight loss way of eating. There is just long-term what is sustainable for you. So I hope I didn't oversimplify that for the person that wanted me to answer that question, but it's like we need, again, our job is to learn how a pattern of eating that best fits our lives. And I'll just share a real quick personal example. Like I tend to be during the week a 3 meal, I don't know, like 3 meal, 3 or 4 day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day snack eater, which means my breakfast is a little bit smaller, and I have a couple snacks, then lunch, then snack, then dinner, then probably something after dinner. On the weekends, my eating is totally different. I have a different schedule, different pace. I cook more, so honestly, I have like 3 big meals, and that's about it. And it's just like the week happens again, and my eating pattern changes really naturally because of what I'm doing and where I need to go and what I need to do. And so my food choices in my house actually reflect that. My house looks like 2 separate kinds of eaters live here. Snackers and big meal eaters. So there's a huge variety of like easily accessible, ready to eat things, and then there's lots of things to cook as well. So there's not a wrong way. There's just right now what is the best way for me, and that can change. So I hope this video was helpful. Just one like preaching to the choir. You gotta break up with dieting mentality and the conditioning part of it, and the second part is really about like you get to be in charge. You get to be in charge of what is the best system of eating for you. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please share it with your friends and those who need some just reassurance that like your body will give you signs. If it feels like it's too a pain in the butt, like I've had a lot of clients struggle with like just being truly accepting of like if you only eat till I say a 6, which is only going to get you an hour and a half to 2 hours of fuel, you are going to be eating quite often. Doesn't mean you're eating too much. It just means you're eating often because you're not getting to enough fullness to give yourself energy to not require food in 2 hours. That's just how it is. There's not a judgment or a badness or a wrongness. That's just reality. Like 2 + 2 is 4. So if that's helpful, we'll put a stamp in it for today. So thank you all so much for watching. Of course, all these videos are uploaded to YouTube. So if you're looking for a collection of all kinds of things that are relevant to this topic and many more, it's Tracy Brown RD on YouTube. And then of course you can find me on Instagram at that same handle as well. So if you're looking for some more visual inspiration and tips, I tend to do a good bit of that over there as well. So I hope you all are doing really well. And if you have any questions, please drop me a line. I'd be happy to help. Take care.